×2, and today we're out here on Need for Speed Heat, and hopefully this video will help you guys out if you are struggling to drift in this game, because I know I definitely was when I started out, because this game is just so much different from Forza physics, and it's got physics of its own. Like, it's even different from Payback. So if you find yourself struggling like I was to, even initiate drifts, hold drifts, or just stop yourself from flopping all over the place, like, this video should definitely help you out. But this video is going to be more directed towards my intermediate and expert drifters. So if you guys are kind of new to the whole drifting thing, I will definitely make a video on the technicalities of drifting in this game. If you guys would like, just leave it down in the comment section and I'll make a how-to for my next video. But today we're going to be testing out part variations to see which parts are actually the best for drifting. And I do have on just my Elite parts right now. I am a level 43, so I have Elite Plus unlocked, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to keep this car at about 400 horsepower to show you how these parts will manipulate the car in their own different way. So, but before we actually get into that, some parts that you're definitely going to want is, if you are in manual transmission like I am, you're definitely going to want more gears in this game, because you can't tune each gear to get the right power output for, say, second or third when you're trying to drift. So the more gears you have, the better you're going to be. And depending on your car, you're going to want either 6, 7, or 8, and probably no less than 7, depending. But if you're an automatic, and you're an automatic drifter, you're going to want less gears because of how weird that the game changes gears in this. It's just really not, it's not normal, and it's not easy to do, especially with more gears. So you're going to want maybe 4 to 5, maybe 6 gears if you're an automatic. And another thing you're going to want is just a lot of low shot nitrous bottles, so maybe 2 or 3 or 4 if you have it unlocked, of the 3-pound NOS bottles, because if you try to drift with a 9-pound shot of NOS, it's not going to help you at all. You're going to go flying, you're going to soar through corners and hit everything in your path. These 3-pound bottles aren't for necessarily helping you drift through corners. It's helping you, say, if you're about to grip up, you can slap it real quick and it'll help you fly through the corner. Or if you hit a wall or a car and you need to get back up to speed to hit the next corner, these low shots of NOS are perfect for getting you right up to second or third gear. But for the part variations, we're going to be testing out 3 different variations today. And we're going to start off with the one that I started off with, which was drift parts, because obviously you're in a drift game. If you're trying to do drift events, maybe, the ones that say drift would be the best, but that's where I was wrong. But today we have just the regular Pro drift suspension. That's as high as it'll go for drift. We have the Elite drift tires. Again, that's the highest it will go for drift. And the Pro drift differential, again, the highest part you can go for just drift. So we're going to test these out individually, and I'm going to show you guys just how much each part manipulates the car in itself. If you do like my little rap, you can always just search it up. You just got to search up my name, bar ×2, when you're going to the rap editors and the communities, and you can find it there. You don't have to keep the, the www.bar×2 thing on the back, but if you're willing to rep, I'm not going to stop you. And as you can already tell with these drift parts, the car does not want to get into a straight line. It will not let you manipulate it back. It's just really, it's really slippery. Which, I mean, of course, you're probably thinking to yourself, Bar, why wouldn't you want your car to be slippery? Well, it's for instances like this to where you can't grip it back up. You start a drift and it's just going to want to keep drifting. You're going to flop around all over the place. That's just why I definitely don't suggest these parts. And honestly, sometimes it doesn't even want to hold the drift. Right there, if I didn't hit the handbrake, I would have went flying into that gate. So it's definitely not ideal to use. So with that, drift parts are ruled out. Let's see what the next parts are, and we're going to see if these are better or worse. So we're going to go right into Showcase, which is our next selection of parts. And as you can already tell, the little marker from the box right above the differential that I'm on right now that says Race, Off-Road, Drift, and Road is right in between Drift and Road. Now this is good for mostly racing, especially if you're good at just drifting around a couple of corners and circuit racing. It's not bad, but of course I always prefer the track parts. And in this game, you're going to notice real quick that road and race both mean grip in this game. They both mean grip. So that's kind of why these parts aren't very ideal either, but I used these for a while and they aren't terrible. So I'm going to show you guys why they aren't the greatest. They're still decent to use, so you know, they're not bad, and I wouldn't roll these parts out, but they definitely do grip up a lot more. And you're gonna have a little bit of trouble keeping the drifts, as you can see right there. Like, the car just keeps wanting to, I don't know, I guess it keeps wanting to correct itself over no matter what you do. So it is rather hard to kind of keep the drift, and it kind of battles with you with that counter steer too. It's gonna want to pull you right back in sometimes. See, like right there, I had to sling it back and forth just to keep it from flying. Like I said, again, not terrible. I wouldn't rule these parts out just yet, but it is pretty hard to manipulate the car with them. And so now we're going to go right into the third selection of parts, which I believe are the best, and that being the speed cross parts. So we're going to throw on the tires, suspension, and differential, of course. And you'll notice that the dot actually goes right up into the off-road section, and you're probably wondering to yourself, why would I want that to be an off-road? Like, how is that going to help me at all? Well, you're going to find out shortly, and it will boost up your suspension a lot. Like, this is as low as that the suspension will go, which is why I threw an airlift kit on the car. But honestly, you're not even going to really tell. Like, you won't be able to tell, and it's honestly so much better for drifting, and I'll show you guys that right here. So we're going to go ahead and fly into this track once more. And you can already tell that the car's a little bit easier to manipulate, like so much easier. And it's actually really easy to even like initiate the drift, and it's really easy to switch back and forth. Like when you're switching your inertia, it is honestly genuinely so easy. It's super easy to hold the drift, and I guess that's because like it is speed cross, so this is kind of like a Gymkhana setup you have on the car. Kind of like you see what Ken Blocks uses and stuff like that. It's kind of like that, and even holding tight drifts like that are just extremely easy. And you can see right there, I was 200 off my high score. We got 99,000. And another secret about this car is, since it is speed cross, it actually is really good for drifting off-road as well. Like, it's super good for drifting off-road, which is going to help you with basically every drift event you can find, because there are a couple off-road drift events too, and a couple of drift traps and stuff like that. So this is really perfect for about like any setting you really want to do it in. It's perfect for all terrains, and honestly it's so easy to manipulate the car just back and forth like that. It's really easy to just switch and turn, and you're very precise with your movements when you have these precision parts on like this. So, but with that, I mean, that's basically the gist of the video for today. I hope that this helps you guys out at least a little bit, and let me know if it does. But if you guys want to stick around to see how to join my crew, it'll be right after this. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Bar Times 2. Thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel. But it's been your boy Bar Times 2, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Alright, so if you guys are still here, I'll show you how to join my crew real quick. All you got to do is go into your pause menu, slide over to social, click on crews. Now you'll either be brought up to the default crew that you already put in, or a crew that you're already in, or if you're not even in a crew, you may just not even have this first screen that says my crew. But you're just going to slide all the way over to find crew, and you're going to type in Bar Times 2 YouTube, capital B, capital X, capital Y, capital T. The clan tag is going to be Y.T. or the crew tag, and that's all it is. See, I'll just go ahead and search up my own crew real quick for you guys. That's all we got to do here. And then bang, you're going to click on it. At the bottom of the screen, it's going to, in the bottom left hand of the screen, it's going to say either X to join or A to join if you're on Xbox. And that's all you got to do. You just got to click that to join. When it asks you if you want to leave your current crew to accept this one, of course you can, or you don't have to, but we're gonna have some fun in this. If you can see in the description, I'm gonna be using this crew for, you know, like live streams, meetups, cruises, drifting, drag racing, more. Hopefully they'll add in more into the game that you can do with crews, so I can start my own crew sessions and stuff like GTA, and we're just gonna have a lot of fun with it. Plus, when you're sitting in the garage, you can actually look at all the crews, like all the cars that are in your crew, and like whichever car they're in currently. So your whole garage will just be shown like all of your friends' cars, which is pretty sick. so we can share designs back and forth and just a bunch of cool shit. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate all the support that I've seen on the channel recently, but thank you guys so much. It's been your boy Bar Times 2. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.